Good evening, Internet. My name is Nomad, and welcome to the Retro Wildlands, which is my gaming podcast where I like to examine an old game that I used to play and maybe find a new one to play. But we're not doing a podcast tonight. We are doing a live stream, and we're going to be live streaming a little bit more Resident Evil 2. Thanks to everybody that's with us live in the chat this evening. And if you're checking out this later in the future, 2050 maybe, if we go out that far, thanks for taking your time to check me out. And thank those that are in the chat already this evening. Eric, what is happening? Always good to see you, my brother. I should be on Twitch streaming right now, I think. The program I'm using is multi-streaming to Facebook, YouTube, and it should be up on Twitch. So if you want to watch over there, check it out. I think it might be up. If not, I don't know, technology. But I'll check into it. And then Resi Claire Redfield showed up to say, hey, how's it going? Always good to have you with us. And then Sir and Lady Flaw Gaming just dropped in to say, hey, what is happening? Always good to see you and both of you, actually. So appreciate you guys stopping out. So we're gonna get right into it. We'll keep the small talk or the podcast talk for later after the show. Definitely gonna stream tonight at least for an hour. Probably gonna go more. I feel like I say an hour each time, and I go for like 2.5, 3 hours. So we'll see. Got a little bit of energy tonight. It's been a crappy day at work, and actually it's been a crappy week at work, and I'm ready to do some more spooky games with you guys. So this is gonna be awesome. So we'll get right into it. So give me a second just to switch my stuff over. Now, as per usual, those that are listening live, I'm pretty sure I kind of know what I'm doing with the audio, and I think I got good levels going. So if the game's not loud enough or too loud or I'm too loud or whatever, don't be afraid to just say something in the chat, and I will adjust accordingly. Cool. All right. With that, let's get ourselves switched over here. So for those that weren't with us last time, I am working through the original Resident Evil 2, the DualShock edition, I believe. And we're working through Claire's scenario A. So her first playthrough, her first scenario. And where we left off last time is we found a scared little girl in the Raccoon City Police Department by the name of Sherry Birkin, because every scary game movie has to have that random little girl or boy walking around that you need to protect. But Claire, as we're playing as, she originally came to Raccoon City to find her brother Chris. Chris is no longer in Raccoon City. We found out pretty early on, but now we found Sherry, and we're trying to see if we can find her again. She ran off on us after she said, there's something out there. I don't know what it is, but I saw it, and it's much larger than any of those zombies. So we're off on a quest to find Sherry. I think where we left off, she's practically right around the corner. So you once again stepped into the world of survival horror. Good luck. All right, it has literally been the couple weeks it's been since I streamed this last, so give me just a moment if you don't mind to get my bearings. It's kind of like turning out your pockets and trying to figure out what do I got in here. Let's see here. So ink ribbon, don't need those no more. Ooh, found some film at some point. I remember last stream we found the risque-ish film in Albert Wesker's desk. That was fun. Okay, now it's all coming back to me. So we got these stones. We're trying to find, I think, one more piece of it. Okay, got it. Makes sense. Eric asked, do you think we'll see Mr. X, or is that just in Scenario B? I am fairly positive that is just Scenario B. Yep, Resi Claire confirms. Scenario B on the original. Although it's... I'll semi-spoil it for the remake. You're definitely going to run into Mr. X sooner than you would expect. Yep, right on cue. There she is.
Sherry, I've been looking everywhere for you. I was so worried. We've got to go now, honey, okay? If we stay here, that monster will find us. Let's go.
No, I won't.
Oh, what happened to your pendant, Sherry?
What's the matter? Don't you trust me?
It's not that, Claire. It's because of my daddy. He's over there. I heard him call my name.
Which is like horror movie, like big mistake number one.
Daddy must have been attacked by the monsters. I have to help him.
No, never run to your parents in a horror scenario.
Wait, Sherry, don't go alone. Sherry! Sherry!
And now we are Sherry. Awesome. I appreciate it, Resi Claire. We'll see how much I remember as we go through this, but I'll definitely call out for help as I need it. All right, let's get ourselves situated here. So Sherry, it's interesting. Most Resident Evil games have that scenario where you are playing as like a sub character for a moment. Oh, she's got a picture of her family. Oh, her daddy looks so, I don't know. Seems like a good man, I'm sure. But I always enjoy playing as the other sub character for just a little bit. But I'll be completely honest, I do not like, in any capacity, playing as Sherry. Okay, I wouldn't say I don't like it in any capacity, but she is defenseless. She runs slow. And I think we got zombie dogs coming up. Yeah, of course, right in front of my face. Running, running, running. Super slow. There we go. I think there's another area that you can go in here, but if you're playing as Leon, you have to be Ada to be, I think. But okay, what do we got going on here? Sewage disposal map. Yeah, Eric, I agree. Kids never listen. Those little bastards, especially when they're in a life and death situation. Oh, I remember this puzzle. We have to move the three what do you want to call them, cartons or whatever down there. Almost kind of a callback to the Resident Evil 1 basement, except here we have to move the boxes in place and then raise the water level, and then we can move our way across. So kind of a not very complicated puzzle going on here. Now, let's see here. I read somewhere. I'm not much into speed running. I don't know if anyone watching or even watching this afterwards is, but it's fascinating to me. Although I have heard that those that speed run this game and get to this part with Sherry sometimes get pretty pissed off because, and maybe we'll see it, anytime Sherry grabs a ledge and tries to pull herself up, sometimes her leg will fall down. Yeah, it didn't do it that time. Sometimes her leg will fall back down, and it's like that's like a speedrunner's nightmare. But there we go. Doing just fine, little girl. Claire says they were playing not too long ago and posted your time and rank. I have to say, Claire, your times that you post on your pages, your Facebook and your Instagram of your completion times are insane. Like there was a point when I was younger, all I did was play these games, and I thought whittling down my overall time, I thought I would do good. But your times are very impressive. I'm very impressed with your quickness and your rank. So, tip of my backwards cap, as they say. I feel like I'm stealing that from someone. Whatever. All right, we will move it and add Zavata. Which kind of makes me wonder, I know it's a puzzle, but it's like, why do they have 3 buoyant boxes on the floor that you can't, do any... I don't know. Resident Evil puzzles. All right. Precinct key. Got to examine it for my OCD. Undiagnosed. In the shape of a club. There we go. Da-da-da. Eric, how's the family doing? Family is doing pretty good. It's well, we're right smack dab in the middle of Halloween season, which is awesome. But probably the biggest thing, Landon, my stepson, he's on his way to graduation, which is awesome. So we got a lot of that going on. We're doing senior pictures this weekend, which is super proud of him. But Justine, of course, is her baby's growing up.
Claire, are you there?
Sherry, are you okay? Did you find your dad?
Nope, Dad's gone.
Yes, I'm okay. But I couldn't find him. But I did find something else for you. Here.
Nice. And there was another item down here, wasn't there, Claire? You say side pack? I don't know if it was the side pack, but
Sweetie.
maybe it was ammo or something, but I definitely forgot something, didn't I?
want you to
Dang
stay
it.
with me.
That's all right.
Claire, I can't reach the ventilation hole anymore.
The ventilation
Don't worry,
hole.
I'll find another way. I can
Sherry, don't go alone.
Wait, Sherry, come back. Sherry! Sherry!
Darn kids. Let's see here. Oh, stop it. Oh, it's interesting. Real quick, just a little behind the curtain. So I don't know what I did when I plugged in my I'm playing with a PlayStation 4 controller, and when I set everything up to get ready for the stream, like it started to, what is it, like PlayStation 4 controller can kind of integrate with your computer. So like if I rub my finger on the touchscreen, it's moving my mouse, and sometimes when I press a button, it's adding messages on the chat screen that I don't intend to actually add automatically. So if random stuff like that happens, that's why. I don't know what it is, and I didn't spend enough time troubleshooting it. And yeah. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I thought I needed something else. Let's go back and figure out what this club key is used for. But yeah, Eric, graduation's coming up with Landon, which is awesome. Spooky season's here, so a couple more weeks we'll be handing out Halloween candy. My wife took the kids to Cedar Point, which for those that aren't local around here is a big amusement park in Sandusky, Ohio. And they celebrate Hollow weekends, scary rides, scary attractions, things like that. So yeah, everyone's doing good. I think the only thing that's really not going that great is mine and my wife want to pull our hair out because work sucks and people are hard to work with sometimes. But you'll have that. Oh, and now we have the hissing of the liquor, which is the perfect culmination of my work week. All right. Actually, before we do that, there's a locked door in here, right? Because now that I got the club key, I think I can get in the autopsy room. That's right. Zippity-doo. Perfect. Ooh, that was close. Claire says they got their PS3 hooked up. Nice. I don't know what it is. The PlayStation 3 as a console was never my favorite, but there's something about it lately that I really like collecting games for it and playing through. Yeah, acid rounds on the liquor, Claire, absolutely. Do I even have my grenade launcher with me? Of course I don't, but that's all right. So this autopsy room, it's like for those that have like never played before, or hell, even if you have, it's like this is your stereotypical they're all gonna come alive and eat me at the same time kind of a moment, right? Like there's no way that's not gonna happen. But I think, oh god, I forgot about that. That's one of those little subtle scares that's not like for a jump or anything, but it's just like, all right, do you feel uneasy yet? All right, here we go. Let's go. Can I run past them all? Nope, they're all up. Let's do battle. Ooh, I'm having some technical issues tonight. Hopefully you guys didn't drop off for too long. Let's go back to what I was doing. Yeah, actually, you know what I'm going to do really quick? Actually, if someone's still in the chat, shoot me a message if you can hear me right now, just to make sure that I'm still on the up and up. I think it is my controller that actually clicked the back button in my browser. Where's my mouse? There we go. Yeah, get out of here. Perfect. Thank you, Claire, for letting me know. Yeah, sorry for the hiccup there. I'm not sure what changed. I haven't really changed any settings or anything, but then all of a sudden my browser, which is where I have my stream going, I clicked back and all of a sudden it was just like, oh, it's gone. So I'm getting myself reallocated here. Hopefully this will not be the pacing of the stream tonight. I've been looking forward to this all week. All right. Cool. Okay. So I paused right in front of a liquor, which is like, you know, a mild death sentence, but we'll be fine, I think. All right. 1 second here to get myself situated. Eric's over on Twitch. Awesome. Sir and Lady. You guys are awesome. All I do is just ask for a thing and you're like right on top of it. I appreciate you guys. And I appreciate you bearing with me. Okay. Let's try not to die. There we go. Holy Nikes! I hope everyone got to, it's electronically locked card. Oh, I have to go into the menu and use? No! It's fine, I'll take a hit. Jeez Louise. Why didn't I use the infinite ammo cheat? Claire asks. I don't know. I kind of went back and forth with that. Sometimes I like just going nuts with infinite ammo and just laying waste to everything in my path. That would be the greatest conclusion for a stressful week. But I don't know. I do enjoy just kind of playing Resident Evil a la mode, a la carte, as is, as they say. So maybe one time I will. I really should. I think it'd be a lot of fun. All right, so this moment right here is one of those defining moments for me as a gamer, even though this seems like a very inconsequential kind of moment in time. You've got the machine gun, and then you've got the side pack, but what the game doesn't really tell you is if you take both of them, you're not going to leave one for the other character when you play their scenario B. So you have to decide, hey, what you gonna do here? Although my very first playthrough, I took them both, not knowing the consequences. But yeah, I agree, Claire. Claire needs the side pack, and I always take the side pack with Claire. At this point, next time I hit a save room, usually what I'll do when she has the side pack, because now she has 2 extra inventory slots, I just slip the grenade launcher and at least 1 grenade round of some sort in there, usually acid rounds for the lickers, and I'm pretty well set, is usually my strategy. And then Leon can have the side pack or the submachine gun, because his weapons, while they're pretty powerful, I always feel like he could use that extra advantage. All right, so let's do this. So we've got... There's nothing else we need downstairs. We got the club key. First floor, that's the... Oh, what room is that? Oh, that's across the interrogation room. Okay, first floor we go. All right. Yes. Oh, come on, I wasn't that close. Oh my god, I thought I was dead right there. So much trauma. God, I will always hold the liquor up as one of the best video game enemies, bar none. Period, point blank. Can't convince me otherwise. Just doesn't matter whether you have the ammunition or the weapon that you need to take them on. Yeah. Oh yeah, Eric. There was 2. They always run in packs. Yeah, that's right. Oh, our god, acid rounds right on cue. Cool. Save those for a rainy day. This police officer has had his throat and abdomen torn out. I've been there, my friend. I've had some pretty wonky days myself. All right, what do we got here? The Watchman's Diary. I always love the stereotypical diary that someone just lays out exactly what's happening in an easy-to-find journal. It's so nice. August 11th, I finally had the chance to see blue skies for the first time in ages, but it did little to lift my spirits. I was reprimanded by the chief for neglecting my duties while I was up on the clock tower. There's only one thing I still don't understand. The chief seemed to be more concerned about the fact that I was up in the tower rather than that I was neglecting my duties. Why was access to the tower prohibited in the first place anyway? That's a good question. September 5th. I recently talked to the old man who works in the scrapyard out back. His name is Thomas. He's a quiet man and really seems to enjoy chess. He even went so far as to design a special key and lock engraved with chess pieces on them for one of the doors in the disposal yard. We made plans to play chess tomorrow night. I can't help but wonder how good he is. One thing that's been bothering me about him is the way he's always scratching himself. Does he have some sort of skin disease, or is he just rude? Well, I think the answer to that is, well, the question really should be, where is he scratching himself? That would dictate the level of rudeness on a 1 to 5 scale, I think. September 9th. Thomas was a much better player than I had imagined. I used to think of myself as a fairly decent player, but he did a pretty good job of humiliating me. Which, that's probably me. I suck at poker. Or any type of game in general. About the only thing I imagine that could match his skills in chess is his appetite. All the guy did was talk about food throughout the entire game. He sounded fairly healthy, but he didn't look quite right. I wonder if he's okay. September 12th. I was supposed to play another game of chess with Thomas, but he had to cancel it because he hasn't been feeling too well. He stopped by to see me, but I told him to go back and rest since he literally looked like The Walking Dead. That's not subtle at all. He insisted that he was just fine, but I could tell he was really having problems. Come to think of it, I haven't been feeling too good myself lately. It's so cheesy and so corny, but I love that stuff. All right. I don't think there's anything else here. Nice little young lady up on the wall will not yield me any items either. Nothing in this locker, nothing in that locker. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else in these lockers. I don't think there's anything else in this room, actually. Paper more than a week old. Yep, nothing. Okay, moving on. Did I get the... I always think there's ammo there. Maybe there is, but maybe I got it. I don't remember. Next time I go to the item box too, I should remember that cord. That cord we can put on the electrical box, which will allow us to put the shutters down and stop some zombies from coming in. Alright, we need to go around back. Still think I can get by all these yahoos, so I'm not going to waste any ammo on them. Hello, Mr. Person on the ground. Yeah, we're getting to the end point with the police station for the most part. I think the key that I have is the last key I need to get into some of the locked doors. Oh. That herb I left behind that one time, thinking to myself, or probably saying out loud that I'll need it one of these times, and it'll be great that it's there. Perfect. This is a perfect case of why I don't throw crap out. Claire advises do not use the cord. You know, I go back and forth with it, because I know if you use it in scenario A, it's going to cause some strife for the next person in their scenario B. But, like, I do agree. I think in the grand scheme of things, it's not inherently useful. But I guess I like the addition. All right, round we go. Club key is useless now. Chuck it. All right. Oh, yeah, there was a liquor in this room. You know, Claire, I read your comments, and I'm like, there's no liquor in this room. What are you talking about? And I should have trusted you. I am not taking this thing out with a bow gun, am I? We're going to try. Okay, that was not as bad as I was expecting. But we're never going to do that again. You all have my solemn honor that I'm going to pack a grenade launcher with acid rounds from this point forward when I get back to an item box. Oh, man. All right. Oh, and I remember this room. I remember this room. Oh, Eric, do I dare put your blasphemous words up on screen for everyone to see? You were talking about tank controls. I don't care for them much. Where's the ban button? Where can I like kick you out of the? I'm kidding. Yeah, tank controls, man. They're something. They're definitely an acquired taste, I guess. I don't know. Really, for me, what it's always been tank controls is I mean, you and I grew up together. I've been playing games like this since the cradle, practically. I'm so used to tank controls at this point. I in games where they have the option, even if they have like 3D controls, I can't do it. I got to go and play the old school tank controls where I can swivel my person around. Claire knows what's up. They love tank controls. Perfect. But yeah, I've used them so much. I can't play any other way. At least not easy. I don't know what it is. And those of you that swear that tank controls are just garbage, I respect that opinion because they're not great. But oh god, I love them. All right, so we got a picture of a man on a carriage. Something is on the wheel, like the queen, king, and the jack, and then the carriage will start running. That's right. We have the what do they call these things? Torches. I'll call them torches. Whatever. And you gotta light them in order. That's right. It's all coming back to me now. And Claire posted the solution in the chat, but this one I've got committed to memory. 12, 13, 11, which is the number value, I think, of the cards, or of the king, queen, and jack as a relation to a deck of cards. There we go. Speaking hard tonight. So I don't have the lighter on me, so off to a save point we go. Which is fine. So that'll get us the cog, which we can use up in the clock tower when we get up there, if I'm not mistaken. Where is the nearest? It's right across the hall. Just trying to think where the nearest save, or not save room really, but the item box would be, which will be right across the main hall here. I know item boxes in games like this are so gimmicky, but God, could you imagine having an item box or set of item boxes that operated in this way in real life? Like, make life so much easier. Put one at work, just dump all my work stuff in there. I can access it at home and at work. That'd be great. All right. Some more acid rounds. There's my grenade launcher. Where's that lighter? There's that lighter. All right, these babies are going to be our liquor deterrent. We'll save the explosive rounds for later. Okay, so yeah, that's plenty of space and plenty of aim. Yeah, we're at a good spot, I think. I don't think I need anything else. And yeah, I think I'm going to follow Claire's advice and just say, nah, no thanks. I am not going to use the cord. So we'll keep going. Hey, Super Garbage Day just jumped into the chat. What is happening? Thanks for stopping by. If you're live right now or you're watching this like later in the future, check out Super Garbage Day, the Super Garbage Day podcast. It's one that I have on rotation myself every once in a while. And Super Garbage Day is one hell of a show. So you guys should definitely check it out if you're into the podcast thing. So thanks for stopping by, guys. All right. I don't have any weapons in there, though, except for my pocket. Oh, you're talking about your toolbox. Good one, Eric. God, pocket knives, man. I've got a ton of them. I always pack one, always on myself, and I've got like a drawer of pocket knives upstairs. Like I've got this little, what is it? You know what? I don't want to run around him anymore. I'm tired. But I've got like a little. I'm gonna call it a jewelry box because I don't know what the hell to call it. But it's like a little mini toolbox with drawers that pull out. Every single one of those drawers is nothing but just pocket knives that I've accumulated over the years. Ones I used to use when I was working on cars or whatever. Oh, I gotta turn the boiler on first. You can light a fire here. Oh, that's right. I got to light a fire here. Then I can turn the knobs. There we go. Science, baby. Number 12 is etched. Turn the faucet on. Number 13 is etched. Turn the faucet on. And number 11. Like, when the police station was like, fully, outfitted with humans and the outbreak didn't happen, did people like screw with this thing? I wonder. Like, there's no reason to have this in the meeting room, but whatever. Video games. Oh, Claire, you're not annoying for helping me out. I always appreciate your candor. If it's one of those things where I wouldn't want your help or anything, I'd certainly say so. But I appreciate it. It's one of those too where I've played this game so many times. You're not really spoiling anything for me, and it's also to a point where I play it so infrequently now. I'm just gonna forget stuff. So it happens. All right, off we go. Trying to remember, how do I get to the... Okay, so I got the... All right, I might need you, Claire, maybe, to jog my memory. So I've got the cogwheel now. I'm out of all the keys. I know I've got to use the cogwheel, I'm assuming upstairs at some point. Where have I not gone yet? Oh, the third floor? How do I get there? Oh, from the library, right? Yeah, from the library. I think I can get to the third floor from there. It's fine. I know what I'm doing, people. I don't know what I'm doing sometimes. And Claire, yeah, you're right. The police station, canonically, or through the lure of the game, as it were, this place was a museum, absolutely, which explains a lot of the unique architecture. Yes, Eric, I agree. Having someone in the chat going by the name of Claire Redfield is like a guardian angel. I agree. Let's go up the ladder here. And then Claire Redfield is a Resident Evil character. She's by far my favorite female character, right behind Leon. She is my Resi guardian angel. Liquor? Are you gonna get it now? Haha! Tell me you saw that duck and weave that I totally did on complete accident. Jeez. You know, that's what makes streaming this game and any other game like this so interesting to me, because I just candidly, as a streamer, as it were, I have a hard time doing two things at once. So like I'm trying to talk, but then I lose track of what I'm doing in the game. And then when I hyper focus on what's going on in the game, I lose track of the chat. So when enemies start just popping up out of nowhere, it startles me a little bit. Not gonna lie. Oh, the zombies are coming through. Come on in, guys. The party is here. Eric says, always like Jill myself. Always had a crush on her. Not gonna lie, I've always enjoyed me a little Jill myself. I mean, Jill was the first, I'm pretty positive, the very first female protagonist in a survival horror game. I mean, she's up there with crushes like, I don't know, Amy Jo Johnson, who was the Pink Ranger, Tiffany Amber Thiessen, who was Kelly Kapowski, Saved by the Bell. I mean, Jill. Mwah. Hopefully my wife was in on stream right now and heard me say that. Love you, honey, if you're here. All right, come to daddy. Oh, yeah. Claire says, I really need to stream this and the original Resident Evil 3. Yes, you absolutely need to. If you ever get to a point where you're ready to stream this thing and you're going live or what have you, please be sure that I am aware. I will absolutely watch you run through this game. I would love to. All right. God damn it. Do I need to get the crank too? God. Okay. Yeah, I need the crank. It's a square hole. Thanks. Yeah, okay. Going back downstairs, get the crank. Prime streaming, people. You get to watch me do things that I do in my real life. Go somewhere, forget something at home, turn around and go back. Oh yeah. I thought I had the crank too, Eric, but I don't know. I can't keep track of what I'm doing anymore. That's all right. No big deal. We'll just go back to where I was, so I don't have to deal with all the zombies that came through the hallways, which is fine. But in all honesty, though, too, when I was growing up playing this game, stuff like this would happen a lot. I'd forget the item or didn't even know I needed an item, and I would get pissed off that I'd have to go back to the item box. But really, I didn't mind it. I think I mind it more now that I'm older and just I have less patience and time for things, but it never bothered me going back and grabbing stuff. If nothing else, I was more excited about the fact that I had an item that's going to allow me to progress. I will happily go back and find that thing and fish it out of my box. Alright. I'm pretty positive I don't need the lighter anymore. Famous last words, I'm sure. Alright, back up the ladder. Getting our steps in, as us adults like to say. Ding-a-ling-ding. Up the ladder we go. Such a handy shortcut. I love this ladder. Thinking back to when I used to play this game when I was little, and Eric, feel free to correct me, but we had the internet in our house, old AOL dial-up, but we never used the internet, never had walkthroughs and stuff like that. So even though this game isn't really all that complicated with puzzles or anything like that, I think the proudest achievement that I had when we were playing through this was just making it ourselves, not having to look up a guide or anything. Although playing the original Silent Hill, that was fun without the internet. Holy crap. The puzzles in that were very well done, but it was to a point where my stepdad and I had paper like on the coffee table where we're writing out potential solutions to song puzzles on a piano and all sorts of stuff. Like that was an adventure without the internet. Yeah, you're right, Eric. All we had were game info magazines. Game Informer, maybe, was that one we had back in the day? I know we had, or at least I remember getting Nintendo Power once way back in the day, or having a subscription thereof. But yeah, if it was Game Informer, R.I.P. Game Informer. Pour one out for your pal there. All right, so we've got. Looks like a switch. Will you push it? No, because it's not going to do anything. Let's put that cog up in there. Looks like a switch. Now we're going to push it. I wonder if this is why that one police officer was so harshly reprimanded. Is this area right here? All right, blue stone half number 2. Now we've got all the stones. Now we're heading back to Chief Iron's office. And we're going to see what's behind his painting, maybe? Whatever. We're gonna see what's behind the thing, behind the veil. Although, now that I'm thinking about it, this is going to be a good opportunity to stock up on some ammunition, probably some more. Well, I think I'm going to want to use acid rounds for the impending fight that's coming up ahead. Probably going to want to heal a little bit. And I'm probably going to save because, I don't know, I don't have confidence in myself. All right, first things first, how do I get to Iron's office from here? We're going to go across the way. There we go. No, it is not that, Eric, although it is coming up. But what the thing that I'm going to be fighting here coming up soon is probably worse than the alligator, or at least the way its little minions kill you if you let them is quite grotesque. Pardon me while I hydrate. Oh, sweet H2O. Trying so hard to drink more water just in my regular day-to-day. Although the taste of just regular water, I don't know about you all, is just not great. I don't know. Unless I'm like dying of thirst or like deathly ill. I don't really care for water, but I've been using a lot of water flavors lately, so whatever gets the H2O down, I guess. Let's see here. Let me save really quick because I don't have confidence in myself, and then we'll move on. Do I drink Crystal Light, Eric asks. No, I do not. I actually... what I have Justine get from the grocery store is usually like just those little squeeze bottles of water flavors or whatever. Right now I'm on a grape kick. Grape is just great. Okay. I'm going to take a first aid spray, and I'm going to take grenade rounds. Because... explosions. Alright, off we go. Claire dropping a fun fact. If you don't kill the alligator in scenario A, it's going to show up in scenario B. Yes, that is absolutely true. There was a point where I tried to test that theory, thinking, it'll be fine. It won't appear in the second scenario. The game's not that great, or not that good about connecting those things, and I was unpleasantly surprised when I played my first scenario B, or my second scenario B, and there was the alligator.
Claire!
Oh, hey, Sherry.
Sherry, you're okay.
I'm glad to see you're safe, Claire.
I remember, even though we get to a point now where we're ready to progress the story and stuff, I remember seeing Sherry the very first time I played through this game, and I got, like, physically sad. I'm like, oh no, she's here now, and I'm probably going to have to escort her. I probably would not do great with children in a zombie apocalypse scenario, now that I think about it. Totally kidding, kids. I would definitely make sure that you stayed alive. All right, get out of there. Serpent Stone. Eagle Stone. Here we go. Eric asks, I have a real-world question. If Resident Evil was real, do you think you could survive? No, probably not. I think it's everybody's dream to be in a zombie apocalypse, right? Just to see, like, could you make it, or be able to just let everything go with reckless abandon, shoot whatever you need to shoot to survive or whatever. Like, I think everyone kind of dreams of that raw survival scenario, but no, I ain't gonna survive. I'm overweight. I'm out of shape. That's mostly it. That's probably what would get me killed. All right. Mail to the chief. It's interesting, I found, that if you don't read this and you have no idea what its context is, the encounter that Claire's going to have with the chief coming up doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But either way, let's read the mail to the chief that he so elegantly left for us. So, to Mr. Brian Irons, chief of the Raccoon City Police Department. We have lost the mansion lab facility due to the actions of the renegade operative Albert Wesker. Ooh. Fortunately, his interference will have no lasting effects upon our continued virus research. Our only present concern is the only present concern is the presence of the remaining STARS members, Redfield, Valentine, Burton, Chambers, and Vickers. If it comes to light that the STARS have any evidence as to the activities of our research, dispose of them in a manner that would appear to be purely accidental. Continue to monitor their progress and make certain their knowledge does not go public. Annette will continue to be your contact throughout this affair. Signed, William Birkin. 2. Chief Irons, Chief of Police. I have deposited the amount of $10,000 to the account for your... $10,000 is not a whole lot of money, I think, for what he's doing. Just my personal opinion. But anyway, the development of the G-Virus scheduled to replace the T-Virus is near completion. Once completed, I am certain that I will be appointed to a member of the executive board for Umbrella Inc. It is imperative that we proceed with extreme caution. Redfield and the remaining STARS members are still attempting to uncover information on the project. Continue to monitor their activities and block all attempts to investigate the underground research facilities. One more. We have a problem. I have received information informing me that Umbrella HQ has sent spies to recover my research on the G virus. There are an unknown number of agents involved. They must not be allowed to take this project away from me as it represents my entire life's work. Search the city thoroughly for any suspicious persons, detain any such individuals by whatever means deemed necessary, and contact me immediately, but not directly. Do it through a net. With these precautions, any possible threat should be eliminated. I will not allow anyone to steal my work on the G virus, not even Umbrella. All right. That tells us a lot what's going on. Resident Evil number 2 means a new virus, which a new letter, the G virus, is now the predominant viral threat that we face. An elevator, it appears to go down. Okay, yeah, can I go down it? There we go.
Where?
I'm going down there. Stay here and wait for me, okay?
And then I remember getting excited here because I didn't have to take Sherry with me. All right. Into the dungeon we go. All right. I'm sure everything is going to be just fine. Oh, maybe not.
Help me!
Creepy. Resident Evil or PlayStation 1 graphics aside, that never gets old. That is spectacular. All right. Oh, why are you being weird again, controller? Bear with me here, ladies and gents. There we go. Plugged it back in. I wonder if trying to charge it off the USB or whatever was giving me some issues, but we'll see if she still acts okay. All right, in we go. The Tyrant. No, it is not the Tyrant, Eric, although it is quite similar to a Tyrant, but the Tyrant itself is still one of my favorite bigger enemies, too. That long claw. Oh, love it.
So you've made it this far.
Not bad, girl.
Not bad, girl. But I'm not letting anyone leave my town. Everyone's gonna die.
I love that quote.
Calm down, Chief. What happened?
Shut up.
Say what you will about the voice acting in this series. Whoever voices this guy, Chief Irons, is
Destroyed my beautiful
amazing.
town. How could they do that to me after everything I've done for them?
So it's true. You have been working with Umbrella. Then you must know about the G virus. What is it? Tell me.
Well, if you must know.
It's the agent that can turn humans into the ultimate bioweapons. Superior to the T-virus in every way. Dr. William Birkin is the genius behind the project.
William Birkin.
I'm sure you've already seen his little girl running around here somewhere. Sherry, isn't it?
Gasp.
In case you haven't already figured it out.
Can you guys see the line going diagonal from his right shoulder to his lower left back?
What is yet another product of the G-virus? Ultimate bioweapon. Umbrella must be trying to cover its tracks. But if I have to go, I'm going to take you with me.
Uh-oh.
My chest can't take the pain.
That's so cool. Is it bad that like when I was a kid and I saw that scene, all I did was just smile from ear to ear, like, "Oh my god, this is what video games are now." Well, uh, he is done for, and that little amoeba is on the loose. It's crazy to me though. Well, one again, the voice acting that the voice actor for Chief Irons, just wonderful, perfect amount of just crazy, unhinged. Like it's so well done. I love this scene, and even more so, it's like look at all this stuff, just chloroform and all sorts of other chemicals, like all the things he does down here, the bloodied saw, all the different marks and pieces in the wood. It's just like the one thing that Resident Evil could do so well at that I think it does good at in later games. I think it's like I would love to have had a more developed Chief Irons to really get into his psyche, right? I mean, not to say we need it. Like I like a lot of this ambiguity where we can just kind of derive whatever we derive out of the surroundings and stuff like that. But like I would have loved to know more about his character, what he was doing to cover up corruption or who else he was torturing down here and why and stuff like that. But still, a lot of it's left up to our imagination, but still really cool. All right. It's time to fight the thing. I don't even know if I know what this thing is called. Actually, am I? Yeah, we're good. Like a big old salamander something or other. Ugh. Ugh. Add to stage. There we go. That happened again. Why did it kick me out of the stream again? I'm sorry, everybody that's currently watching me. Although now I think I'm more or less an expert at getting my stuff back on track here. There we go. Got it. Right. Bam. There we go. All right, we're back. I'm sorry about that. My browser backed out again for whatever reason. Once I'm off stream, I gotta figure out what the heck I'm doing wrong here. But I also took my first shot at this thing and just gloriously missed. So let's continue. All right, back again. All right, still having some technical issues, folks. Thanks for hanging in there with me. Again, I think my controller is deciding to act as a hotkey or back button or something like that, and it's kicking me out every once in a while. So we'll figure it out. I unplugged my controller from its little USB slot, which isn't even really connected to my computer. It's just there for charging. So maybe that helped because when I did that last time, I didn't have any problems. So let me press some things really quick. Thank you, sir and Lady Flaw Gaming. I am happy to be back. All right. There we go. All right. I think we're okay. Pressing some buttons and nothing funky's happening. I may have to rethink how I do a controller setup. Like I said, I just use a PlayStation 4 controller. Actually, the one I use, I don't know if you'll get to see the logo. That is the Diamond Dogs logo from the Metal Gear Solid 5 Japanese exclusive PlayStation 5 I have over on the shelf over there. I really like this controller, but maybe it's this. I don't know. We'll figure it out. All right, let's give this another try. Okay. Did it one more time. I know exactly what it's doing now. When I press one of my R2 shoulder buttons, it's interacting with my browser. So give me just a second. We'll get this thing licked. For those that are still hanging out with me, I really appreciate the patience. You guys are like the best, seriously. All right, so let's just make sure I'm not selected in my browser, so that way the game knows to do something different. So probably what that's going to mean too is I'm not going to click on any chats or anything like that, but I'll still call them out. I just won't put them on screen. Not that I have been. I hear you, baby. My gal says sigh. I'm with you, honey. We'll get there. Okay, testing. Okay, now I think we got it licked. All right, 4th time's a charm. Let's show some acid rounds down these things' throats. After I get myself eaten. All right, I'm still good. Shake it off. Run away. Shake it off. Yeah, if you let those little things, like, kill you, it's disgustingly awful. Nice. Get out of here. All right, he's down. I'm going to go up the ladder, which is going to despawn the little knuckleheads. And then I'll turn back and we'll be good to go. And I think I'm going to heal up now that I have the chance. So that fight's not too bad. Acid rounds in this game, baby. Mwah, chef's kiss. That's like the best, I think. Especially for any sort of enemy that doesn't really have any skin. All right. So now we can keep going. But I think it's going to make me go back and get Sherry because I have to be a good mom figure. Right? Yeah, let me keep going. Okay. Actually, yeah, that's right. Once I get to that door, it's going to ask me to go back and get Sherry. So may as well go get her now and rip this Band-Aid off. I wonder, Eric asks if I had that death recorded, the one where the little amoeba-looking thing like just dives right into you, recorded on the VHS videotape that I made when I was a kid of all the ways you could die in Resident Evil. No, I don't think I did, and I don't think I actually recorded on VHS the ways you could die in Resident Evil 2. I think I only did it in the first Resident Evil game. I think. But, God, I wish I could find that tape. But all right, yeah, things are going a little smoother now, I think. So again, thank you all for your patience. I appreciate you guys. All right, let's grab a little Sherry and get the hell out of this town. Hey, Sherry.
Claire, you came back.
I can't believe the man who developed the G-Virus is actually her father.
What's wrong, Claire?
It's nothing. But I think I found a way out of here. We should be able to find someplace safe if we can just make it out of town.
But
Don't worry, I'll protect you. I promise. But you have to make sure you don't leave my side.
I mean, unless you want to, I'm fine with that too.
Leon, are you still there? We're leaving.
Are you crazy? The streets are still crawling with zombies.
It'll be all right, trust me. We found a way to the sewer. Follow us later.
Claire, wait!
Man, why doesn't anyone ever listen to me? I'm sure Leon's thinking to himself. Yeah, Eric says I could remake the video that I made when I was younger with all the ways you could die in Resident Evil. You know, to be completely honest with you, the thought crossed my mind purely for nostalgia reasons. But there are so many awesome YouTube videos out there that if you're like morbidly curious how you can die in a video game, which I may have been from time to time, they're out there. There's no one specific channel that comes to mind, but what game is it? Dead Space. Dead Space, the Resident Evil in space, I like to call it. There are a lot of grotesque ways that you can die, and I find them fascinating just from a purely creative standpoint. So if you're bored one night, go search Dead Space ways to die or game over or whatever. That's pretty interesting. Same with Resident Evil. They've got a bunch of that stuff up there too. It's again, I don't know how to justify what I can't leave Sherry. Get off your ass, Sherry. What are you doing? Let's go. We got stuff to do. But no, like I was saying, I can't like say it in such a way that makes sense. Like I like watching people die in video games. I swear I don't. It's just fascinating to me, just the creativity behind it. I mean, it's like Mortal Kombat fatalities. Honey, if you're still on the stream, I know you love Mortal Kombat, and I'm sure you're fascinated by that too.
Come on, let's get out of here.
Oh, this scene is especially chilling right here. Time to run. There's just something about being just out of reach of an enemy like that, and then Sherry just like saying Claire's name in that little shrilly voice, like it's so good. Hooray! I mean, oh no!
Where are you? Sherry! Claire! I'm here!
We get to play as Sherry again. All right. This section is not too bad, I don't think. Yes, Justine, you absolutely should. All right, here we go. All right, what dangers await little Sherry? All right, I think there's one zombie kind of hanging out in here. Exit to the ladder is blocked off. Various cords and meters are placed in order, not just placed, in order. Alphabetical? Maybe. By size? Probably. Nope. I hear him shuffling around. We're going to go back the other way. Oh, crap. I went the wrong way. It's out of reach. I assume that means there's an item back there that one of our adult characters has to get. There we go. Into the grate. Oh, the bugs. Ick. Ick. Run away. Ugh, hate bugs. They should have given Sherry a knife or a blunt object of some sort. Yeah, I would have liked that, but at the same time, I get having her defenseless too. Oh, nice and shiny. Perfect. I'm glad this will go completely uneventfully, and we'll have a new item for our inventory. Uh-oh. Ouch.
Claire?
Oh boy, that's not good. Ew. All right, well, Sherry is either dead or will be dead, but we should probably go find her anyway. Talk about like horror movie tropes and stuff like that. I mean, that was the perfect cliffhanger. Like, I don't give a crap about Sherry as a character, to be completely honest with anybody, but like even when I was playing as a kid, it's like the way they presented that, even with the camera angles, made it so just scary and foreboding. It's just like, what's this creature doing? What does it want with Sherry? Can I even defeat this thing? So we'll find answers to those questions soon enough. But in this case, we have a save room to plunder. We use the lockpick, yes. Actually, I think this is going to take us down to the warehouse that Sherry was just in, so let's go pilfer that really quick, because I think there's some acid rounds down here. Excuse me. Yep. All right. Oop. I guess I probably should say hi to you. Hello. Oh, jeez. My aim was a little off. Perfect. Let's see if she can get that item that was out of reach. Yeah, not grenade round or not acid rounds, but grenade rounds. I'll take those any day of the week. And of course, she's not going to be able to fit in there. Although, I don't know. Given how big that thing is, waist high, Claire could go in there if she really wanted to. But whatever. Video game logic. I don't think there's anything else in this room. Various things in order, etc., etc. Yeah, we're good. That's fine. A couple extra grenade rounds will do the body right. Okay, so we've got a memo on the table. Let's give that a read-see. Sewer manager facts. Yeah, PlayStation 1 logic. You're right, Eric. Let's see here. User list of the connecting facility. On the first and third Wednesdays of the month, Angelica Margaret, chief of maintenance, will make use of the facilities. Okay, this one isn't nearly as entertaining as the other ones. This just kind of lets people know who can use the facility, and it's very evident that Chief Irons is prohibited to use the facility on occasion. William Birkin comes down and uses the facility. It's basically a hub for, I believe, research and waste disposal, like experiment disposal as well. So there's a lot of unsavory umbrella-like activity going on in the sewer. Oh, we found a precious first aid spray. Oh, that's the kind you just put like right into your armpits. So good. I know, that was a bad joke. I don't know why I made that one. All right, so let me think here. I don't think there's anything super major coming up enemy-wise. You know what item I'm going to need that I'm going to remember to bring now? The valve handle. We're going to need that puppy. Let's see here. I'm actually going to put the bow gun away. If I need something with a little extra bang, I'm feeling confident enough that I've got enough grenade rounds that I'll be able to use a few and not feel too bad about using them. Let's see here. The only healing items I have. Oh, I had 2 rolls of film that I didn't develop. Dang it. That's all right. Yeah, we'll keep it for... Okay, I think we're good. I don't think I'll need to save. I think we're in a good spot for the most part. So off we go. All right, so let's take the lift down and descend into the unknown. Ugh. Headphones are digging into my skull. I think this is where, this is where if you're playing as Leon, he doesn't have a good time. Oh, where am I going? There we go. Let's take a map of the facility. Thank you much, and off we go. So now we get to the obligatory sewer section of said video game, and I don't know, man. I like a good sewer section, I think, but I can't think of a single video game off the top of my head that has had a good sewer section where I've just really enjoyed my time there. Sure, I'll take some flame rounds. Why not? I thought there was something else here, but maybe it was the other scenario I was thinking of. I think it's all. But yeah, something about a sewer just never seemed exciting to me. And even in a scary game, for the most part, they're never all that scary. I will say the sewers that I think you go through in Silent Hill 3 were pretty unsettling, but that game was a masterclass in atmosphere. The background music, the industrial kind of metal grinding, nauseating kind of music was perfect for that. But beyond that, yeah, sewer levels. I can definitely leave them. All right, coming up here, we're about to learn a hell of a lot more about what the hell's going on around here. So let's back into it for funsies. I don't want to face it. Oh, God!
Who are you? Oh, I see. Another spy sent by Umbrella, right? Let me guess. You're here to steal my husband's G-Virus, aren't you? You are tenacious, I'll give you that.
I am tenacious.
Husband? Then you must be Annette. Sherry's mother?
What?
Sherry's wandering around alone in the sewers. You have to help me find her.
That's impossible. I told her to go to the police station. What's she doing here? William will be after
Because kids don't listen.
William?
That's right. The creature that's been causing all this destruction is none other than my own husband.
Dun dun dun! Now we get one of the coolest CGI cutscenes in the entire game. I love watching this.
This way.
And again, think back to the graphics of the time.
My precious G-Virus. No one will ever take you away from me.
There he is.
So you finally come.
Doctor, we're here to collect the G-Virus sample.
Sorry, but I won't just hand over my life's work.
Uh-oh.
Doctor, you might hit the sample.
Like, that was a good 2-3 Mississippi. He could have stopped earlier. It's fine.
William! Oh my! Hold on, darling. I'm taking care of that bullet wound first. Stay here.
Alpha team, have you retrieved the sample yet?
Affirmative. We'll be at the rendezvous point in 1 minute.
Roger.
Like, now this is Resident Evil cliche 101. If they're not experimenting on a monster and they poke it enough time and it escapes,
Telling me that he injected the G-Virus into his own body?
the bad guys become the monsters themselves.
The G-Virus has the ability to revitalize cellular functions.
What was that? Something's wrong. Let's check it out.
Over there!
Shoot! Eat this, you freak! I'm stopping it! What is this thing? Hurry! What is this thing? Fire! Fire! Son of a...
You never think to run, always want to stand and fight, and here is your just reward. That was the thing for the title screen! Ah!
So those rats were the carriers of the virus?
As a result of his virus-induced transmutation, William should have lost any prior memories he had as a human by now. I tried to save him, but I'm afraid it's already too late.
But
And that's not even the entire story. Every G-Virus bioweapon, including William, has the ability to implant embryos into other...
I never quite understood this when I was a kid, but this is just gross.
what are you trying to say?
The bodies of individuals with non-related genetic coding are likely to reject the embryo. But since Sherry is his daughter, that possibility is non-existent. It's an inherent survival instinct.
Ow!
It's Sherry. You go that way.
So even though it's a B-movie storyline, it's still pretty cool in my opinion. Mad scientist creates virus, uses virus on himself to stay alive, now after his daughter, so he can reproduce at a virological level. I don't know if that's a word, but I just made it a word. Just It's all so cheesy, but still, it's so cool. And not that the first Resident Evil didn't have any stakes or anything, but I love that now, even though I don't particularly care for Sherry, and I don't think I ever will, at least not in this game. Now we have stakes. Now we have something that we have to really work towards. Trying to think here. Do I need to put, you know what? I think I need to put this back up, which will help me out later. So we're going to do that now really quick. Yeah, that's right. If I don't do this now, I got to backtrack all the way down here to do it now. And that's like one of those needless backtracking things I was complaining about earlier. Perfect. Got some green herbage. I'm going to leave behind. I've still got my first aid spray. And these are some flame rounds, which are going to get some use, I am sure. And off we go. All right. Let's see if we can get to Sherry before Annette does. Let's see if we can save her. All right. Now, even though I had no idea what was coming the first time around, this whole area just screams boss battle. And let's not forget that this high-pressure gas cylinder is here. And in case of an emergency, it can be removed. Which, that's some awesome foreshadowing, if I've ever heard any. Ah, found her pretty quick.
Sherry!
Uh-oh,
something's in the water. I remember being absolutely terrified playing this for the very first time. Not only because of what was coming after me, but like, look at the size of this thing. But if you've seen the movie Jaws, you know how to take this thing out. All you gotta do is wait and be patient. Later. That never, ever will get old. Yep. It's too bad. Although, maybe this is an unpopular opinion, but once you know how to deal with the alligator, it is no longer scary. Like, it's one of those, like, I knew it was coming up, and I had a typewriter right there. I don't need to save. It's fine. So, it was one of those the very first time you faced it. I'm sure it was super, super scary and intimidating, maybe, but nah, it's a non-factor anymore once you know what to do. Okay, I'm sure Sherry's fine, but I want the key item. Oh.
Come on, wake up, Sherry.
Gross.
my stomach. It hurts.
Don't worry, you'll be fine. Come on, let's go.
I don't know if it was intentional, but Allison Court, who does the voiceover for Claire, the way she says that, just so robotic and melodic, or whatever choice adjective you want to use, like, she knows things aren't okay, and she's trying her best to be calm, but she just comes off just like creepy, like, you're screwed, little girl, but we'll figure it out, maybe. All right. Is that something over there? No. That looked like herbs to me. Never mind. All right. Yep. And see, this is why I put the platform up, because if I didn't, I'd have to go all the way back. All right. Keep up, Sherry. Come on. If you get too far away from Sherry, she just decides to sit down and not move, and that's annoying. And when I was talking about speed running and those that speed run at the beginning of this stream, that's, I'm sure, one of the things that annoys them the most, because they got to balance between going as fast as they can, but not going so fast that they lose Sherry. Like, that's, ugh. Gotta hate Sherry. Sewer Manager Diary. Like, again, I love that they keep diaries, especially in their workstations. June 28th. It's been a while, but I saw Don today, and we talked after completing our work. He told me he had been sick in bed until yesterday. It really didn't come as much of a surprise given how long he's been working here. He was sweating like a horse and kept scratching his body while we were talking. I asked if he was hot, but he just looked at me funny. What's wrong with him anyway? July 7th. Chief Irons has been visiting the lab quite often lately. I don't know what he's doing over there, but he always looks grim. The expression on his face has been even more unsettling than usual. My guess is that it's because of Dr. Birkin's impossible requests. The chief has my sympathies, though. After all, he's down for this. After all he's done for this town, he doesn't deserve this. Well, if he saw the room that you and I saw just now, I think he absolutely deserves this, but I digress. July 21st. I rarely drink because I'm on the graveyard shift, but I don't suppose I have much to complain about since this is how I make my living. August 16th. Chief Irons came in late today looking grimmer than his usual self. I tried to joke with him to cheer him up, but he wasn't amused. He pulled his gun and threatened to shoot me. I was able to calm him down, but that guy must have some serious problems. He knows he can't enter the lab without my help and my metal. This is what it means for the chief to serve and protect. Yeah, Irons is kind of a dick, but yeah. August 21st. William informed me that the police and media have begun their investigation on Umbrella's affairs. He said that the investigation will be citywide and that there's a possibility they'll be even... Oh my god, words hard. There is a possibility they'll even search through the sewers. Uh-oh. He asked me to suspend all Umbrella sewer facility operations until the investigation was concluded. The sewer will still be used for passage, but he stressed that I have to be extremely cautious and that I'd lose my job if anyone finds out about this operation. So really the big takeaway there is, spoiler alert, we're heading towards yet another Umbrella secret laboratory, which always gets me excited. The corpse of a maintenance worker, and you have nothing on you. Eric says, I hate to go off this game, but the same thing happens with EE in Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty when you're saving that little girl with Raiden and you have to hold her hand literally. Oh my god. So yeah, I think collectively as a group of gamers, I assume those watching are gamers in some capacity, potentially, that escort missions are just awful. They're kind of like, I don't know, eating laundry detergent, glass, whatever, just terrible thing you want to put down your mouth. Escort missions are rarely done well to a point where they're intuitive and they're fun, I guess. But I remember playing Metal Gear Solid 2 and coming across Emma Emmerich, EE, and having to guide her around. And it was quite literally, you had to grab her by the hand because if I remember the story right, she had some... Can't leave Sherry alone. God damn it, Sherry. Let's go. Sorry. But I think according to the story, Emma in Metal Gear Solid 2 was ejected with like a tranquilizer or something. So like she could walk, but she really couldn't. So you had to lead her around by the hand. And then when you swam, you had to swim with her on your back. And she had less oxygen than you did. Don't mind the zombies. Oh god, Sherry's gonna fall behind. Come on, Sherry. Come on, Sherry. Come on, Sherry. Damn it. Oh. Come on, Sherry. Okay, let's go. Can't leave Sherry behind. You're right there, Sherry. Let's go. Oh my god. That was a very appropriate conversation talking about how escort missions suck. And then there goes Sherry. Goes on her hands and knees underwater. Ugh. All right, stay close this time. Come on. Come on. Come on. Like, Sherry is certainly not the worst escort-type mission character ever, but she's not enjoyable. I'll say that. All right. And for you Resident Evil veterans out there, the Eagle and the Wolf medal is a callback to when you get to the lab in the very first game. So if that's not a hint to where we're going, I don't know what is. And while these spiders are certainly scary, I never found these spiders to be much of a threat. If I was ever running through the game with an infinite ammo cheat or something like that, I would absolutely make sure that they died, but we can continue on with no issue. Alright. Ooh, not foreboding at all. And I'm walking mostly so Sherry can keep up. Come on, Sherry. Let's go. I think we're getting to a point where yeah, this is the tram to go to the laboratory. We're almost there. Oh, we need to put power on this thing because that's another Resident Evil scary trope. Everything you need to interact with doesn't have any power, so you're responsible for turning the power on. Which, as a stepdad, that's like my dream. All the power is off, lights are off in rooms that you're not in. It's wonderful. Are you listening, kids? Are you on? All right, so off to the tram we go, or through the tram. All right. Oh, I remember this too. For some reason, there's this random flare gun that's in this underground-ish passageway, and you can ignite it, which will allow you to see this item right here that I think I can pick up without having to see it. There we go. And get this weapon box key, which is going to unlock a locker in the lab that's going to give us some weapons. Justine, probably not, but I am. That's awesome. All right, almost to the lab. The only thing I don't like about you being in Chicago, honey, is the fact that you're not here, but I also like that you're an hour behind so you can hang out. That's awesome. All right. There is several zombies in this particular area, and we're just going to let them funnel in. And hopefully I don't get impatient and make a... There we go. As I say, hopefully I don't get impatient around the corner and get bit. Although I almost got spat on because I had to reload there. Alright. They're a little ways off. There we go. Oh, don't want to go that way. I was about to put a cap in him, and I didn't realize he was around the corner. No problem. This is why we save our ammo, people. Oh, is this where I get the hook shot? Or the spark shot? Yeah! I don't know if you'll see the chat, Justine, but Eric says, hope you're staying safe out there. Out in the windy city, Chicago. All right, so I love the spark shot. I love what this weapon is trying to be. Just this gigantic voltage spitting gun used to repel experimental animals. And when I read that the first time, it was used like as a repellent, so I never really thought it was an actual weapon. God damn it. This is like the fourth time I gotta go back and get her. Come on. Oh, you're all the way back there? Come on, let's go. God damn. This is... I'm gonna go off on a tangent. This is the equivalent of taking Dexter and Dee Dee on a walk, which I did today before I settled down and hooked stuff up. Dee Dee wants to go forward because he's a young pup. He wants to experience the world. And Dexter, the old man that he is, just like, give me a minute. I'll be there when I get a second. So Dee Dee's going forward. Dexter's staying behind. And I have to go back and collect Dexter while Dee Dee wants to go forward. That's exactly what this experience is. Anyway. That's right, honey. Don't go anywhere alone in Chicago. I heard they like to steal your socks or something. I don't know. Another terrible joke. That was terrible joke number 2 for the stream. All right. More zombies. I've never tried But I've always been curious if Sherry can die in my care. If I didn't want to put on a good show, I think I would just sit here and see if I can get Sherry killed by zombie vomit. Alright, there you go. Perfect. Alright, here we go. Oh, that reminds me. Some random trivia. I haven't done random trivia in a while. So if any of you are remotely Resident Evil fans and you like YouTube, find a channel called Ink Ribbon. They do a lot of Resident Evil content and stuff, and one of the things that they did was they found some old deleted I don't know if deleted is the right word, but like content that was taken out of the game, things that were like put in but taken out later or whatever. And one thing that I'll always remember is this wall right here that Claire's like pointing at. They used to have a render where there was like a big bloody hole right here, but they actually swapped it out for this particular wall, if I'm not mistaken. And it's just a normal wall or whatever. And I don't know what it is, but I always found that to be fascinating. Like, why was there a hole in the wall? Why is it bloody? Is it a monster that I haven't fought yet or something else? But check out Ink Ribbon's channel for Resident Evil content. I actually got to meet him. Kai Morgan is the guy who runs that channel. I got to meet him at the Cleveland Gaming Classic a couple weeks ago. I saw him dressed up in a cosplay of Reiko from Mortal Kombat that I've seen him do before. And it was one of those ones, too, where I saw him coming in the main entrance, and I, like, elbowed Justine on the side. I'm like, it's Ink Ribbon! It's Kai! It's him! And Justine, of course, looks at me like, who the is that? What is going on? And I saw... I don't think he'll ever watch this, so I'll tell this story. He went into the restroom, and I saw him go in there, and I waited outside, not like immediately outside the restroom, but like far enough away so that he'd have to walk by me, and I'd be like, "Oh, it's you." So yeah, I got to meet him, get my picture taken with him. He was a super awesome dude. So definitely recommend his content for sure. All right, so we are in a control room with a save. What am I trying to say? Item box. There we go. All right, let me think here. Coming up, we are going to be heading to the lab, and I'm going to have to fight something. And I think I'm going to keep the spark. I think I'm going to keep most everything I have on me except for the flame rounds. No, I take that back. I'm going to keep everything on me except for the grenade rounds. I don't need the valve handle anymore. I am going to put the key away because it's going to be a while before I need it. Justine says, yes, you stalked him, talking about Kai. At least you didn't follow him into the bathroom. I swear to God, that thought never crossed my mind. But he was such a cool dude. And it's one of those, like, you see someone so long, like, I've always wanted to say hi. So it was cool that he just happened to show up. If I remember right, he used to live out in California, and he moved to Ohio within, like, the last year or two. He actually put like a video vlog up on his YouTube channel where he talked about moving from city place to place, which I thought was kind of cool. Like stuff like that I find fascinating. Like how do people deal with stuff like that, moving from one place to another or whatever. So, but yeah, he was really cool. I was very happy with being able to meet him. Okay. You know what? I'm feeling trepidatious, which is my big word of the day. I'm going to throw down another save while we're here. I know the next boss fight's coming up pretty soon, and I think one of the things I always want to make sure I don't do is I don't want to die on stream, only because I just don't want to make you guys have to re-watch everything that I just did. But even if I do, I'll do my best to throw down some cool commentary. All right, I think we're in a good spot. So off we go. Oh no, wait, there's the first aid spray here. Pardon me, let me dump this in the box too before I forget. Could you imagine a first aid spray actually existing? Just got a wound, spray something on it. You're fine. It would actually What actually done Landon, my stepson, really well today. I don't know if you talked to Landon this evening yet, Justine, but Landon decided it would be a cool idea to open up his pocket knife the wrong direction and cut his thumb open. He's fine. It was nothing a Band-Aid couldn't fix, but just made me roll my eyes. All right. I think we got anything else here. Okay. Got to walk because Sherry's just baggage at this point. Or I'll just tap the run button and we'll walk run so Sherry can keep up. Come on, Sherry. Let's go. Go find Daddy. There's a keyhole. Oh, did I forget the key for this thing? Dang it. Hang on. It's in the last room. They do have Neosporin spray, which is kind of the same thing. Does your Neosporin... God damn it, Sherry. I am going to put a bullet in this little girl before this game's over. Mark my words. As I was saying, Eric, does your magical Neosporin spray cure bite wounds? How about cuts? Deep ones caused by bioengineered weapons of destruction? I didn't think so. Okay. What am I missing? I'm doing too much yakking. Now I can't remember what I'm doing here. There is a key in this room, right? I think. Maybe. I could have swore there was a key in this room. Hang on, kids. Old man Nomad's trying to get his bearings here. Control panel, control panel. There's nothing up here. Looks like it's been used in a while. Where the hell is that key? It's not the key I picked up because that was for a weapons locker. Yeah, the weapon box key. Oh my god, what am I missing? Oh, oh my god. For the record, you are all awesome to have patience with me sometimes because the key I need is in the other direction. I'm an idiot. Anyway. Yeah, maybe if you spray that Neosporin enough, that'll fix a bite wound, I'm sure. Or you'll die with a nice tingly minty sensation going on. Yeah, Landon told you about the cut, huh? I made sure he didn't need stitches since you guys like to wrap electrical tape around cuts and carry on. That is fact, honey. It'll never show up on stream. Yeah, it's never gonna show up on the camera. But I got a scar on my middle finger where I cut it so bad when I was working on cars. I literally cleaned it with water, wrapped it in electrical tape, wrapped like something else over top of it, and then I continued to work throughout my workday. I absolutely needed stitches, but looks good now. So electrical tape. Although it is funny, I think when I was trying to find the Band-Aids for Landon, he was looking around for tape, and I'm like, no, it's fine. It's not that bad. All right, now we got the key that I was so feverishly looking for. The D key. Giggity. Which is going to let us go down. Ah! Horn. It's like so loud. All right. Late 90s quality CGI cutscene to signify our descent into the unknown. Hope our ride goes smoothly.
Claire, my stomach hurts.
Hang in there, Sherry. Your forehead's burning up. I've got to hurry before the embryos pupate.
That's not good. I love that Claire knows the word pupate, because that's certainly a word that I think I've only ever used. I think right now is the only word I've ever said. Only time I've ever said that word out loud. Sherry needs some Tums. Yeah, she needs a little more than that, but that's where I would start. All right, well, let's go see what was on the other side of that banging noise there. And the door locks, never foreboding. Hello. All right, let's dance. Woohoo! Oh, he did not like that. All right, I'm trying to decide if I want to use this to save ammo. All right, got some kick. All right, let's do it. Nice. This is actually going a little bit better than I thought. Okay, now we got to skirt around you. Whoop. Perfect. Thanks for leaving that opening. This is where these fixed camera angles are going to cause some problems, because it's going to be hard to line her up. But that spark shot's got some range. Come on, buddy. All right, squeaking around him again. Oop. I think I'll be all right. Actually, you know what? No, I don't trust myself. Let's heal up here. That was classic. That was one of the classic blunders. Shout out to the Princess Bride. You never run around somebody on the claw side. Oh, are you limping? Ugh, take another one. One more. There we go. Done and dusted, and we still have 60% of our spark shot left. Okay, I take it back. Spark shot, you're okay. You are okay. And Eric says, this is why I don't like tank controls. I would have missed every single shot. Practice, man. Just gotta practice. That's all it is. But I've missed plenty of shots thanks to tank controls. Now, some of the versions of Resident Evil, the older ones, have an auto aim, auto assist of sorts. Hold down your trigger and they'll point to whatever enemies in range. That's super helpful, but I can take it or leave it.
Sherry.
Well, Sherry's not doing so hot, you guys. And now we've made it. And I love that on the ground in white letters, in case you don't know where you're at the Umbrella Laboratory. There we go.
Claire? Oh, you're finally awake.
Isn't this...
That's okay. You keep it. I'm sure it'll keep you safe.
Thank you, Claire. Even though I'm an only child, neither of my parents ever spent much time with me because of their work.
I like how Claire's nodding her head like, hurry it up.
But now that you're with me, I finally have someone to rely upon.
Sherry. Rest here for a bit. I'll be right back, as soon as I found the antidote for you.
Again, don't care for Sherry, but I will say, in all seriousness, and I think the Resident Evil 2 remake really expanded upon this, I love the idea that Claire comes to Raccoon City to find her brother, ultimately doesn't because he's not here, finds this little girl, and immediately goes from wild college tomboy to maternal figure. And there's not a lot of dialogue that really expands upon that, really, but I don't know. It's kind of cool. That's always something I liked about Claire's character in general. She's a badass when she wants to be, but she's caring when she needs to be. And I mean, in a zombie apocalypse type of a scenario, you kind of need a little bit of that levity, right? So you're okay, Sherry. All right. So let's arm ourselves for the terrors ahead. This is it, the final dungeon, the final area. We could probably knock this thing out in another 30 minutes or so if I don't yak too much. But we'll see if we can finish her up tonight. So those that are live, if you want to hang out till the end, that would be awesome to have you. If you're joining after the fact, welcome. Thanks for spending your time with me amidst my technical delays. God, that still pisses me off. I got to figure out how to fix those, or figure out how to not make the controller do what it doesn't. Whatever. I'm complaining. Never mind. All right. So if I remember the laboratory layout for the most part, we're going to run into a new enemy type that is going to go down extremely well to fire, which we have plenty of fire rounds. Liquors are going to be out and about, so acid rounds will be aplenty. And then we'll just hang on to our handgun for handgun's sake. I will trade out my first aid spray for the red herb. So now we got a healing item. Okay, we are locked and loaded. I don't think there's anything else in here of value. I don't think. All right. Let's do this. Let's find that antidote. Always appreciated the soundtrack in this area too. Like it's so well done, and it has that perfect final dungeon vibe. Oh, that's right. So a huge breaker system regulates all the power in the lab. The main fuse has been removed, and power is not active in all areas. So we need to find a fuse to put in here. So like normal, stuff doesn't have power, and we got to find the light switch. Resident Evil 101. All right. Shutter. Door is locked with a key card. Iced over door. Yeah, I think pretty sure the fuse is in here. Heh. Fog effect looks kind of cool. If it's not inherently obvious, I'm not playing this on native hardware. But it's interesting what the emulator is doing to make the fog look like it is. I don't know. I'm not a graphics snob or anything like that, but stuff like that's fascinating to me. All right. There we go. Fuse case. Looks like a computer for organizing data files or playing Angry Bird. I don't know. God, was that like a boomer thing to say? Angry Birds? Never mind. Don't answer that. A control box used for super low temperature experiments. I could use the superconductor fuse here if I had a fuse case, which I do. I always found this thing so fascinating. I don't know what it is. All right, and there we have a superconductor fuse. Like, I feel like this entire facility exists for just this purpose. But, hey, whatever Umbrella wants to spend their money on. All right, let's turn the lights on and open up some doors. All right, in you go. All right, let there be light. All right, I think I want to continue this way because that one door was locked with a key card, and I think that shutter, even though I can open it, I think actually that's an interesting thing I'll have to show you guys when I get to it. there was a locked door behind the shutter that you actually have to use your second character on their second playthrough to actually open. Oh, I know what's behind those shutters. We'll get to them in a second. But what is behind door number 1? What you looking at, Claire? Oh, yeah, the plant stuff. So this is kind of cool. So this researcher poured oil all over the place. So you can light it with the lighter, or I believe the game is smart enough that it will let you light the oil with the flame rounds, which we will test right now. Perfect. There we go. That's science, kids. All right, before we climb in there, let's see what else we got around here. Researcher's bed, which looks uncomfortable as all hell. What do we got here? Research document. User registration. Temporary user registration for the culture experiment room. Username guest, password none. Seems like high-end security, but that'll be important for later, I'm sure. All right, what do we got in here? Bolts for the bow gun. I got pocket space. Why not? Nothing else in here. Laboratory security manual. In the instance of an uncontrollable biohazardous breakout, all security measures will be directed towards the underground transport facility. In the instance that any abnormalities are detected among cargo in transit, all materials will be automatically be transported from the loading at that. Okay. If things break, we have class action countermeasures in place, I think is what this is. Yeah, I'm not going to bore you with that. It's not as cool as somebody's diary. Oh, that's right. Okay, so it might have been in the file I just like super skimmed through, but this console that has anti-BOW, bioorganic weapon gas in it, if we turn this sprinkler on, in this area, everything is going to go green, and the plant monsters that we're going to eventually find here are actually weaker and go down with less hits, and I think even the lickers are easier to deal with a little bit. But the caveat, when you play Leon Scenario B, it says in a memo somewhere that the certain enemies will actually adapt and learn to actually feed off of the BOW gas and become stronger. So in Leon's playthrough, the plants will be stronger and harder to kill, and the lickers will be even bigger pains in the ass than they are currently. So, pro tip, don't use the sprinkler on your scenario A, use it on your scenario B run through. You're welcome. All right, I think there's a licker in this room that needs killing. Oh, there's 2 of them. Steady. Ow. Well, that was unpleasant. So those advanced looking ones take 2. I'm now granted, if I would have used the sprinkler, they will only have taken a 1, but I still stand by the fact that we made the right decision. And we get 2 piles of grenade rounds. Yeah, we're going to be in a great spot for the end of the game. We're hoarding ammo perfectly. It's great. I think I've used more handgun ammunition than I normally use in a playthrough, but that's fine. Everything's good. Will you take the ink ribbon? No, I will not. I don't need that right now. Okay, we unlocked it. All right, now let's say hi to the grotesque plant monsters that are inhabiting this area. But before that, let's switch back to our flame rounds. Now, I think, if I remember right, the one thing that really agitates me about these plants is I think they respawn every once in a while after you kill them. But that's fine. I hate these things so much, I'm going to enjoy killing them constantly. Off you go. And listen for the dying sound. Did I just waste that round? Did I kill them already? Yep, I killed them together. Whatever. Burn, you bastards. All right, let's keep moving. The plant monsters are interesting. If you get too close, they'll grab you and do some serious damage. Whoop. Which we don't want to happen right now. There we go. Oh, and that's the other thing. If you use that biohazard spray and then on your scenario B, not only do they become tougher to kill, that spit that they throw at you is actually poisonous. So that's another incentive. Yes, that plant is definitely disgusting. All right. Okay. Oh, honey, if you're still watching, there's a jump scare in about 8 seconds. Prepare yourself. Actually, I should prepare myself because I'm going to have to deal with the jump scare. I hate you. How did that whiff? That actually went over him. It's fine. Normally I would run around these guys, but we're gonna be in this area way too often. May as well just clear them out. Eric asks, how do you heal if poisoned? You are going to want to find the blue herb. The blue herb exists purely to neutralize neurotoxins in the body. That sounds cool, right? I want to try to get them far enough apart so that when I attack one, I don't aggravate the other. But I don't think I'm going to have that luxury. F it. Beautiful. I think that was about as good of a scenario as we can get. You were prepared, honey? Good. Glad to be of service. All right, so yeah, tank controls, man. That was tough, making sure that she was lined up. But you know what's really cool about tank controls, Eric? Just to throw it back out at you, when you can pull off cool stuff like that, you just makes you feel good. So, and then those perfectly placed herbs get us back to full health, so everything is right as rain. There's a disk slot. The monitor says insert a verification MO disk to open the gate. This is the gate we need to open to get the hell out of here and end the game. So that's ultimately what we're driving towards. Like regular John Wick. I don't know if I'm that good, and I don't know if John Wick would ever use a grenade launcher. I feel like that's a little too messy, but I'll take that compliment. Map of the lab is available here. Will you file the laboratory map? Yes, I will put that right in my digital back pocket, I suppose. All right, item box. I still don't want to use my grenade rounds right now, I don't think. Yeah, let's save those. And the bolts for the bow gun. Yeah, let's just leave the bow gun back. Although I am going to need the weapon key. That is coming up here shortly. So let's put our flame rounds back in and draw our handgun. I think that's all we need for right now. I don't think there's much opposition coming up, if I'm not mistaken. This hallway right here. These are eggs, moth eggs, but this whole hallway always looked like a gaping mouth to me and always freaked me out as a kid. Oh, nice. Red herb. I am definitely going to grab you. So the red herb, for the uninitiated, you combine that with a green herb, that will create for you a healing item that will heal you 100%. And here's where we can use the weapon box key for some more grenade rounds. We are inundated with grenade rounds, which is awesome. Which, I mean, I don't know. At this point, I think we start using them because we've got zombies in this next room, and I think we've been playing nice with the zombies all game, using low damage weapons on them. I think we should let Claire's hair down just a little bit. Oh, hey, buddy. Good night. Who's next? Oh, hey. Feels good. Oop, took him off at the knee. Oh, he's still alive. Sorry, buddy. That's the thing. Like, you gotta kind of reward yourself, especially after saving as much ammunition as you do in a survival horror game. Once you get near the end and you know you're near the end, just lay your hair down a little bit. Use those grenade rounds. If you're playing Final Fantasy, use that elixir. Don't save it until after the game's over. Oh, you want some? You want some? Come here, buddy. Let's get you into good camera views so we can watch you explode. Oh. I don't know if you guys caught that, but he tried lunging at me. All right. That's the end of that. All right, what do we got here? A vaccine synthesis machine. The lid is open and the base vaccine must go inside. Okay, so now we know where to make Sherry's vaccine. They're still on fire. All right, there's nothing else in this room, I don't think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I checked over here, but let me check again. Yeah, blah, 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 experiments. What kind of experiments were performed here? Who knows? But we now know where we need to make the vaccine, so we're looking for the vaccine base. So keep an eye out at home, all of yous. I'm sure it's just lying out there randomly.
Annette!
Oh, hey, Annette. What's up?
You killed William. I'll never forgive you for that.
Wait!
I've just prepared a sample of the G-Virus. And this time, no one will take it from me. This is the most significant piece of research my husband has ever left in my hands.
Stop it! Sherry's in serious trouble. William implanted her with his embryos. There's no telling when they'll pupate. And if that happens, then Sherry won't.
What? William.
Oh, man, he's getting bigger.
William, you're alive.
Sounds like just metal grinding on metal. But poor Annette just got herself filleted.
William is still alive. He's getting stronger with each skin he casts off. Sherry!
Tell me what I need to know. How can I save Sherry?
I have detailed information. Everything you need to know to prepare the antidote is right here.
How convenient. Okay, long story short, find the base vaccine, find something else, put it in the machine, push the button, and do the thing. Perfect.
Save my daughter. And tell her I'm sorry I wasn't a better mother. Tell her I love her. Sherry.
Annette!
The self-destruct sequence has been activated.
Here we go, the obligatory self-destruct sequence.
Has been activated. This sequence may not be aborted. All employees proceed to the emergency car at the bottom platform.
All right, time is of the essence now. We don't have our countdown yet, which is good, but we should probably step on it. All right, is this where the giant moth lives? Oh yeah, let's go, Bubby. Excellent. Oh, gross. We got to get to that computer terminal, but there's a bunch of slimy creatures on it. Let's burn them off. As I like to say, kill it with fire. Or not. I can't reach the computer. Get off. Okay, I literally just wasted those rounds for nothing. Okay, that works. My bad, I thought I was going to be cool by killing it with fire. Alright, will you operate the computer? Yes. Umbrella Rotom System version 5. Culture Experiment Staff Registry. Oh, this is not necessary for us to do. But we want to do this and then register our fingerprint in another door that I'll show you all, so that when we go through this as Leon in Scenario B, we're going to get access to a room that only he can get access to, which is super awesome. Alright, so we're registered as a guest. I don't think there's anything else in this room. Alright, off we go. So head back the way we came. Now that we got the lab key, we can go in the other door that we couldn't go into across the causeway, if that's the right terminology for that walkway. Sorry, Annette. You were a not great mother. But I'm sure you did okay at something in your life. Alright, we're not going to save yet. We're going to save before the final battle, but we got some time yet. Dump these grenade rounds in. Actually, nah, I think we're fine. Do I have another green herb in here real quick? I do not. Leave the spark shot as is. Okay. We don't have nearly as much stuff as I thought, but we're fine. Oop, here we go. What do we have here? Speaking of Leon.
Leon, you made it.
Is that you? Where are you?
I can see you on the monitor.
Hello.
But never mind that right now. Leon, you have to go back and get Sherry for me. I left her in the security office. Please, you must save her.
Wait a second. What are you gonna do? Where are you going?
I still have a few loose ends to take care of. I'm counting on you.
Well, at least we don't have to worry about Sherry at this point, which is awesome. So we'll leave that to Leon. Eric, to answer your question, I would love to play this through as Leon, and I actually plan to. I would like to. So whenever I do get a chance to go back on stream, since it looks like we're going to be finishing this up tonight, I'll start Leon Scenario B, and we'll play the story. Holy crap, I was not prepared for that. God damn it. Honey, I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you there was a jump scare there, but I'm sure the music probably deadened it a little bit. All right, 1 second. Let me kill this guy. Oh my god, really? That was completely unnecessary. Oh my god. Alright, you can tell I'm getting tired when I start making mistakes like that. But we should be good here now. I don't think there's any more going to be dropping through the ceiling. God damn it. But no, Eric, yes, I am definitely going to play Leon's scenario next time I stream for sure. Really, I think what I'm going to do, unless another game catches my attention, I'm just going to play through these games chronologically. Old school, of course. Yes, sorry, honey, I did miss that. Although I will say... and I'll mention this at the end of the stream. I have been watching this indie game developer called I think they're called Moonglint Studios. It's a team of literally two people that have been creating a old school survival horror Resident Evil experience like this in a game called Echoes of the Living. And the demo dropped, and I played a little bit of the demo, and I absolutely fell in love with it. Hold that thought. Yeah, there we go. I absolutely fell in love with this demo to a point where I think the demo's like maybe a half hour long. I would love to stream that demo. If anyone's interested in seeing like a unique indie game that's very Resident Evil adjacent, like for a team of 2 people, I was floored by how this game looks, plays, sounds. I mean, it's still a little rough around the edges. It's not quite finished yet, but I may stream that off the cuff one day. I would really, really like for people to see it. So that's a possibility, and it's been a while, but I got a hold of a PlayStation 5 camera that you can use to stream directly from your PlayStation 5. So I may play a random game here and there, but Resident Evil for sure, I'm kicking those tires until they're done. So real quick, this room right here, now that we've registered our fingerprint in the guest room where the moth was at, this room says 2 or more staff need to be present to enter, and we need to verify our fingerprint. But now that we put our fingerprint on file, the light goes yellow. You need 1 more fingerprint. It's not going to let us use our one twice. But if we play as Leon and then register our fingerprint, we can get into this room, and there are treasures in this room, let me tell you. But we'll get there in due time. Okay. This next room, I believe, has our vaccine base. So we're almost there. Alright, what do we got here? Oh, hello. Vaccine cartridge. Yeah, I want to use the grenade rounds on the... Oop, probably should equip it. There we go. Oh, that was glorious. That's what you get. Light switch. Yes, please. Oh, hello. Nice. Stay down. I got things to do. All right. Activator for the base vaccine synthesis. There's a hole to set the cartridge, which I think is this. Perfect. Cartridge is set. Don't mind me, guys. There we go. There's our Mo disc. That's going to get us out of here when the time comes. Will you start the switch for the VAM? Sure thing. The suspense is killing you, Eric. What's in the room? I ain't telling you. Tune into the next stream. Or look it up on the internet. Base vaccine. Here we go. So now we're heading back to the other lab. Really all that's in the room, I think... There's definitely an enemy in that room. I think it's one of those souped-up liquors, if I'm not mistaken. But a submachine gun is in that room, if you didn't take the submachine gun before. But since Leon's going to get the submachine gun when we play our Scenario B, there is actually a magazine, an extra magazine for that submachine gun. So Leon is going to have a boatload of bullets to sling around in his playthrough. Again? See, I told you these guys respawned. I knew it. I could probably just run around this guy, right? Sure. Yep, we're good. Perfect. The nice thing about the flame rounds, now that I'm thinking about it, I want to save them for the final boss because while the grenade rounds are nice, they're kind of a close quarters kind of a weapon with that burst kind of cluster thing going on. The flame rounds, they just shoot straight out. Great for a little bit more longer distance. So we'll add a little versatility to our weaponry. Look at me. Sounds like I know what I'm talking about. Okay, now we got naked zombies. Like, does it ever end? They just don't want us to succeed tonight. My lord. And 15 shots left. There we go. Anybody else? No. Okay, we're good. Probably some more up ahead, though. I don't have enough. Oh, I don't want to check you. Get out of here. Let's use the last 2 of our grenade rounds. I'm pretty sure there's a pile that's in front of that door. Now that we have the Mo disc, they're out in force. Yep, that's what I thought. And one more. Okay, that didn't quite clear him out. Nice. Okay, cool. I was worried there was more. That's perfect. We didn't use any more ammo that we didn't have the last time. Use the Mo disc. That's our way out, but we, of course, need to get that vaccine for Sherry first, which I actually thought would be kind of cool if you decided to leave without giving Sherry the vaccine to have an alternate ending or something, but that's all right. Canonically speaking, in Resident Evil 6, it's proven out that Sherry's infected because Sherry gets some interesting abilities in Resident Evil 6. So all this has to happen to keep the universe in line. Okay. Fairly certain we're not going to run into any more opposition. Let's dump off that vaccine base, get the vaccine, and get the hell out of Dodge. Hear any more zombies. Okay, cool. Yep, we're in the clear. We're doing it, folks. We're gonna be the hero. Will you push the switch? No. I'm just gonna call it quits here. All right, there we go. Okay, now let's head back to the save room. On the way back, let's armor ourselves up and get ready for that final battle. And I'll try my best not to die on stream. Okay. I feel like in other times I've played this game when I was younger, I've done a lot better. I've done better with ammo management and conservation and all that, but I think we're going to be okay here. So we've got plenty of grenade rounds. And that's it. Wow, I actually thought I had more than that. That's fine, we still got plenty. I'll bring the bow gun just for funsies. The handgun, I am going to actually leave behind because I don't have any more bullets for it, and I am not brave enough to use the spark shot on this thing because this thing is fast. Let's see here. First aid sprays. Yeah, let's load up and let's save our game while we're at it. Oh, you know what? Take that back. I'm going to combine these really quick. Bear with me while I do the... what is it? Is this like a montage where like the hero suits up, puts on their belt buckles and stuff? This is what's happening. So pretend it's like one of those moments where I'm shoving first aid sprays in my pockets and loading up my guns. Albeit haphazardly. There we go. That's better. Cool. I'm going to save, and then when I get done saving, I think I'm going to put the spark shot in my inventory just to have it. Who knows? Maybe I'll need it. I don't know. I'm sure cooler, better streamers would try to take this thing on without saving, but this is the quality stream that you guys are getting. I am saving right before this happens because I ain't taking chances. All right. Or what I should do is just take my knife with me. That's what a hardcore streamer would do. All right. We'll go with flame rounds to start and put some arrows in our bowgun. Okay, let's frickin' do this. Doesn't this music just get you pumped too? Although it's about to end now that I say that.
5 minutes until detonation.
Here we go. Oh, that reminds me. Fun fact number 2. They misspelled elevator down there. Never noticed that when I was a kid. Here comes William. All right, let's do it. Nope, not at all what I wanted. Let's keep our distance. What we're going to do is keep our distance, use our flame rounds, and then when he decides to change up his form, because like any good boss, you have to have a final form. There we go. We'll use our grenade rounds here, I think. After I hit him with this one. Nice. So he's going to go up on top of the pods or whatever. I don't know if I can hit him from up there, and I never really try to take the chance. All we want him to not do is jump directly on us. Because if he pins us down, it's major damage. And speaking of interesting ways to die, when this thing kills you, it is not pleasant. Oh, shit. Yeah, that wasn't great. We got plenty of health. We'll take a chance. All right, duck and run. Oh, ow. Didn't see that coming. I forgot he can jump off the walls, too. Oh, he's running. He's running. I think I don't want to be in caution when he grabs me, so we're going to heal up again. Grenade rounds. Ow. Oh, let's keep moving. Nope, should have ran. Excellent. Hell, I think the fire damage killed him. All right, and right on time. Oh, that's not the elevator. I got myself turned around. All right. One final sprint, and we are home free. Done. Time to get on the train. Always with the dramatic escape.
Sherry's unconscious.
I have the antidote. I'm gonna give it to her.
Well, yeah, you should give it to her. We did all that work. Let's go.
Claire, what's happening?
Not now. Come on, Sherry, wake up. Wake up. Please wake up. Where am I?
It worked.
Oh, Sherry, you're gonna be okay.
You're gonna be okay.
It's Claire.
No. I have to find my brother.
You're right. This is just the beginning.
It will always be with you. Claire. Sherry.
Perfect happy ending. So now we get some credits, I believe. And that, my friends, is the end of Claire Redfield's Scenario A run-through. So yeah, now, again, the coolest thing about Resident Evil 2 is you get to play as the other character in their second scenario, Scenario B, so we can actually go through the game and play as Leon and experience the story as Leon, which is super awesome. So we're going to do that next stream. So, all right, you guys, it is about time that I start winding some stuff down. So give me 1 second here. We're going to mute the audio there. We're going to do the thing over here. And we're going to get this audio out of my ear. Perfect. So, you guys, thank you very much for hanging out on stream today with me. I really, really do appreciate it. Those that are either still with us or stopped in, Eric, my brother, thank you for being here. Justine, my beautiful wife, thanks for hanging out, honey, even though you're working your butt off in Chicago. Really appreciate you being here. Sir and Lady Flog Gaming stopped by. Check them out on YouTube and Facebook. Resi Claire Redfield was here. They're on Facebook and Instagram as well. Super Garbage Day, an awesome podcast, stopped by to say hi. Check out Super Garbage Day if you're into gaming podcasts in any capacity. If I forget anybody, I apologize, but thank you all for stopping by. Real quick, if you have a minute before you go, I'd love to tell you about what I do and peddle my wares a little bit. So my name is Nomad. I have a podcast called The Retro Wildlands, and on that podcast, I play old video games that I missed out on when I was a kid. And I don't just replay them and talk about them, but I replay them and I use the music and the sound of that game to actually bring you into the game experience with me. And it's kind of like we're playing the game together a little bit. This is going to let you kind of like relive the game a little bit. If you've ever played the game before, get those nostalgic tinglies going. Or if you've never played the game before, it's a great way to check out an old retro game to see if maybe you'd like it or not. I've got 60 episodes up now. Our latest was Super Ghouls and Ghosts. I am in the middle of doing our next episode where I actually am revisiting our very first episode on the podcast where I did the original Resident Evil. I'm doing it again, but this time I am 2.5 years wiser. I know how to edit audio a hell of a lot better, and I've got more of a cadence to the podcast now. So it's actually going to be really, really cool to do it again in the style that I have now. So I'm going back to the OG Resident Evil. I'm hoping to get this puppy out by Halloween, although this work week was just awful, so I am behind. So I'm gonna do what I can to get everything on, get that episode going. I have other stuff up too. Oh wait, actually, you know what? Before we end, what was our ranking? What was our ranking? We got a B. It took us 4 hours, 20 minutes, and 24 seconds, and 5 saves, and we got a B rank. Clearing Claire's Scenario A. So that's not Resi Claire Redfield speed running numbers or anything like that, but I think we did pretty okay. But in any case, I've got other stuff up on YouTube as well. Go to the Retro Wildlands on YouTube. I've done some game reviews for some Oblong games that I've wanted to do. I started doing YouTube shorts, little things just to experiment with. I'm all over the place. So search the Retro Wildlands. I would love for you to check me out if you ever get a chance. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys. Again, I appreciate you all being here. Thank you again for your time, whether you're in the moment with me now or you're watching me in the future. Thank you very much for spending your time with me. I'll be on the next stream whenever I get a chance. Check out our socials, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. It's kind of the main three. Next time I'm on stream, I'll let you all know, and I would love for you guys to hang out. It would be super awesome. But until then, my friends, my name is Nomad, and you can find me roaming the Retro Wildlands.